Hey Brian, this is Zara from Ascensionly Digital Marketing. I just wanted to thank you for your time this morning, and as promised, I just put together for you a quick video for you to forward to your boss. I believe I saw in here that that is Michael. But this video is just going to cover basically how your website's performing right now, who the top competitor is for Electrician New Jersey, some things that they're doing to actually pull customers over to their site, and then I'll show you the tips that you can do that'll start pulling some of that traffic over to you guys instead. So I'll try to keep it short and sweet, and all I ask for in return is if you would be so kind to either give me a call or give me an email back just with a couple lines of feedback. That would mean the world to me. So without further ado, let's jump to it. I want to show you a search that I did. All I did was I put in electrician NJ into Google. This is how most people will go about looking for their service providers. Let's skip this part because those are Google ads. Those are businesses that are paying per click for each visitor to see their site. This here is the map pack. I'm going to talk about this at the end, but I want to show you the organic section. These businesses are not paying per click. They're using their power and trust to be at the top of Google and are viewed as like the authority figure for what they're ranking for. So in this case, Electrician NJ. And in the number one spot is A&H NJ Electricians. I did pull up their site just as a comparison since they are in that top spot. I perused through here and I did happen to see you guys, so I figured they'd be a good example and we can take a look at some things that they're doing to pull over some clients. So what I started off with was I went back to your site and I plugged it into a tool called Ahrefs. Ahrefs basically is a company that buys data from Google and then creates this analytical software that isn't perfect but gives us a really good idea of what's going on. And you can see here per month your potential customers that are finding your site. There's only about 19 people finding your site on a monthly basis. And in comparison, A&H NJ Electricians, they have about 151 potential customers finding their website. So even if these guys are super garbage at converting to sales, let's say their conversion rate's about 10%, that's still 15 electrical clients. And I know in this industry, that's a decent paycheck right there. So let's break down why these guys are ranking at the top of Google and then some things that you can do to kind of steal some of that traffic your way. First off, I want to talk to you about content. Content is absolutely everything you see here on their page, including the pictures and even what the pictures are saved as. These guys are pretty decent. If I take a look at what they're saving their pictures as, they're saving it as keywords. And I would totally recommend you do that as well when you upload pictures onto your site. So for example, electrical contractors, that's a keyword. My only recommendation is I would add in a specific location because otherwise you're just going to rank for electrical contractors nationally. And you don't necessarily need people from Hawaii and Washington taking a look at where you are if those aren't your service areas. So I would just change this to a service plus a location, in this case, electrical contractors NJ. But basically, Google crawls all these things, and that assists in positioning you in the search rankings. And the key is you're going to want to have unique, authoritative content, but also enough of it that you're actually targeting keywords and phrases that people are searching for to find your service. And Google loves to see about 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on your homepage. I can see these guys are pretty close. They're at about 1,400 words. I took a look just prior. So they are just shy of that 1,500 word mark. And what I would recommend to you if you want to beat them out with just content, you do have a decent bit of content here, but a lot of it is actually really big text. I would go after about 2,000 words of content and then include keywords in there so that people will be able to find you as well. Because I want to show you something quick over here. The keywords that you are coming up for and ranking for just have to do with your branding. So All City Electrical, All City Electric NJ, City Electrical. And those are not necessarily buyer's intent keywords. I mean, it's great for your branding, meaning your branding is successful. People know you by name. But if you're looking for new clients that don't know you, you're not going to be popping up on their search feeds. And the other thing I want to chat about is content and keywords are only half the battle. Having them rank on Google is another story. That is related to your backlinks. Backlinks are these right here. So a backlink is really just a link from another website going back to your site. Helps lend traffic, it helps lend power, authority, and even some traffic flow. So these guys here have a power and trust score of 24 and 13. These values go all the way up to 100. Obviously, the higher the better, and that's influenced by the backlinks you have coming in. So you can see here they've got about 13,000 backlinks from 52 different referring domains or 52 different websites. And a lot of these backlinks probably are pretty low on their power and trust scores that they're lending, because otherwise these values should be a lot higher. If you take a look at you guys, you're actually higher in the UR, higher in power, and you've got 515 backlinks coming in from 38 different referring domains. So what I would recommend is after you get all those keywords added onto your site, I would go after some more backlinks that are particularly high in DR, particularly high in trust scores. That'll bump your trust score up and get your ranking a little bit better on Google, so that way new clients can find you as well. And the very last thing I want to chat with you about, my very last hint and tip, is related to the map pack. It's how a lot of people are looking for local services, and it pulls about 44% of the search traffic that comes to Google. The key is you're going to want to have a lot of positive reviews, which I creeped earlier, and I saw you're doing great in that department. And then you're also going to want to couple that with a lot of citations. Citations are your business name, your address, and your phone number. You're going to want those three elements on as many different directories as possible, things like Home Advisor, Yellow Pages, Angie's List, Thumbtack, etc. And to get onto these top three spots, you're going to want more positive reviews and about 50 to 100 more citations than whoever is at the top currently, so Princeton Electrical Makeover. So in summary, Brian, just for you to pass on, I would recommend getting about 2,000 words of content onto your homepage. Fill that with keyword-rich search terms. Go after some more backlinks that are particularly high in DR scores or trust scores. And then very lastly, grab some more citations, keep up with the positive reviews, and that'll get you up onto this map pack. So I wish you a very blessed day. I'll reach out in a wee bit just to see if you do have any feedback for me. And otherwise, have a great weekend.